everyone, thank you guys so very much for tuning in to another episode with me. Thank you guys so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and it's just nobody but God who has placed this video, this topic in my mind at a time when I was headed to the grocery store, like today. And he just began to share with me, and I began to reminisce and think about like what was going on before. And then all of a sudden, bam, he hits me with this idea, this topic of like what we can talk about today. And I want to go ahead and bring it to you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this topic. Let's be honest. Some of us are stuck because we're trying to move in our own strength. And guess what? I did that for 6 years. Now, we don't always realize how much we're carrying until God shows us that we were never meant to carry it alone. For 6 years, for 6 long years, I tried to move on in my own strength. Not because I didn't love God, not because I wasn't trying to grow, but I was holding on to something God had already released from me. I was waiting on a relationship to come back around, waiting on a memory to become real again, waiting on something that God had already moved past. But while I was standing still, waiting on a memory, God was waiting on me. Now, I truly believed that relationship would become something again one day. Y'all, I had hope for this, okay? Deep hope. Nothing was going to sway my hope. Nothing was going to get in the way of that. I replayed the moments. I revisited the potential. I imagined the version of my life that I had built in my mind. I wasn't stuck because the relationship was powerful. I was stuck because my memory of it was powerful. And during those 6 years, I tried everything in my own strength, such as distracting myself, ignoring the hurt, pretending I was okay, waiting for change, and even hoping for a revival. But here's something that still humbles me. God waited on me with the patience I didn't even have for myself. And then one day, God spoke to me in a way that only He could. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, it was simple. It's time to move on. If I hadn't listened in that moment, if I had ignored the nudge, if I had kept waiting on something God had already ended, I would still be stuck today, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and even purpose wise. But when I finally said, God, I'm letting this go, He stepped in immediately. God did it in less than a year. Listen, He removed the pain, He removed the attachment, He removed the inability to move forward. He restored me faster than I ever expected. And that's what happens when you let God be in charge. When I was putting all this together, what this reminded me of was 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 1. All right, let me go ahead and read 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 1 for you. Now the Lord said to Samuel, "You have mourned long enough for Saul. I have rejected him as king of Israel. So fill your flask with olive oil and go to Bethlehem. Find a man named Jesse who lives there, for I have selected one of his sons to be my king." Now, in this scripture, God wasn't saying stop caring or stop feeling. He was saying, you've stayed there long enough. There is more ahead of you, and it's time to move forward in your future. And that's what he said to me. This is what it means when you allow God to be God and allow Him to be in charge of your life gently, lovingly, and patiently. This is what it means when you allow God to be God and allow Him to be in charge of your life. letting God be in charge isn't just about surrender. It's about trusting Him with the parts of you that are hidden, guarded, broken, disappointed, embarrassed, quiet, afraid, and so much more. It means giving Him access you don't want anyone else to see and believing He won't mishandle your heart. It's letting Him hold the fragile you, the lonely you, the hurting you, the version of you that still wants what God said no to. Because here's the truth, your strength will keep you stuck, but with God's strength, you will move forward. Since letting go with God's help, I've been happier, I've been clearer, I've been thriving. Listen, y'all, I'm moving when God says move. I'm aligned with what He wants, not what I was hoping for. And God has been showing me that the future He has for me is always better than the past I was trying to hold on to. All we have to do is let go of the past so we can gain access to the future. Now, before we end this message, I want to leave you guys with some practical steps that you can use in your situation so that you can stop trying to move forward in your own strength. What I first want you to do is ask God what you're holding on to. Write down what you're attached to, the memory, the person, the idea, the fear of starting over. Identify the real attachment. Next, pray this simple prayer: Lord, help me let go of what you've moved on from. Give God the hidden parts. Tell Him the truth. God, it hurts. I don't understand. Or I'm scared to move forward. Trust me, He can handle the honesty. Replace my strength with God, I need you now. Stop saying I got it and start saying God help me. Pay attention to what God is showing you after you let go. Because once I surrendered, God immediately gave me the next steps, and He will do the same for you. Let's be honest. Some of us are holding on to memories God has already released. Some of you are waiting on what God has already walked away from. And some of you are even trying to move forward in your own strength, and it's draining you. Today is your Samuel moment. How long will you mourn? Fill your horn with oil and go, because your future is waiting. Your healing is waiting. Your next step is waiting. God is patient, but He's also calling you forward, and He will give you strength to move on. Listen, thank you guys so very much once again for being here. You didn't have to, but you're here. And I really do appreciate it. And I pray that this story, this message resonated with you in some way, or resonated with someone that just popped into your mind. Share this video with them. Like this video, comment on this video, and also subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thank you guys so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.